Because I have the mic mute. So there we go. So now we're going to try that again. Welcome to the second annual OTRA Awards. I'm Steve with On the Ring Apron.
Alyssa. I'm Kia.
And we are excited to bring you guys what I hope is going to be a wonderful presentation for the WWE's year of 2023. We've got our nice little Christmas backdrop back here. Got another day or so. We also will go ahead and admit a little love here. We're doing our show tonight with a little bit of a heavy heart. We lost our new kitten last night unexpectedly. Ended up having an air embolism, and we weren't expecting that, so we're kind of doing things with a little bit of a heavy heart this evening. So bear with us if our demeanor is not as high as it normally is. But you know, this is our first year to do so with the Mania Club being a part of all of this, doing such a great job of contributing, being a part of it. We've got 4 members from the OTRAs from the Mania Club as part of our panel. So first of all, letting you know what this is all about right here. We did voting over different events and personnel over the 2023 event with an 8-person panel, plus the combination of our OTRA Universe and the Mania Club combining their votes together this year to present our official award winners. So, to give you an opportunity to see our voting panel real quick, as I said, we were honored to have 4 members of the Mania Club participating. They're going to come in with some cameos as we go through the different award shows here. We have Norris Narsa, Kelly Hopkins, Tanisha Bell, and Isaiah Franklin, otherwise known as Big Hirsch! Or Big Chocolate, or whatever you want to call him. I'm glad to see you're not trying to get into more fights at MSG. But, stay strong out there. Our honorary OTRA this year representing Give Kids the World in Orlando is Omar. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that last name because that is a doozy. But he has been a huge supporter of the Mania Club as well as for Give Kids the World. So we're honored to have him as well as potentially a special guest a little bit later with him as well for their selection. So he was our honorary guest picker. Of course, you have the 3 of us. And you also, of course, have the combined votes of Mania Club and the OTRA Universe. So you see each of the different logos along the side. So we have an opportunity to be able to show you guys exactly what we've got in mind. So before we get started, ladies, anything to say before we get the show on the road?
Okay, well, if you're going to give credit where credit is due for the tree, me and Alyssa decided we actually would put it up, put it together, and decorate it. So, yeah, that's on us.
Yeah, I didn't do a thing.
Nope.
I would also like to say we're going into this presentation blind.
We are. So
we're over here acting like we've never seen this before. It's not acting we really haven't seen it before.
Only one person knows the winners to all of the awards we're going to give out tonight, and that is yours truly, and that's because I made the presentation. A handful of our voting panel members know the winner of one of the categories, and they'll have an opportunity to be able to speak their piece. But with that, hey, let's get started, shall we? So we're going to go ahead. We did try to keep ourselves on a time limit as best we can, but you know, sometimes we're more successful than others, so we'll go ahead and kick off that slot with our first award of the particular evening, and that is our Rookie and Newcomer of the Year. This would be anybody that is defined as being within their first full year with either the WWE or with NXT. Last year, the winner was Logan Paul, so we are going to have those for any events that we, or any awards that we did give out last year. But an opportunity to be able to crown a new one this year. The women well represented.
Yes, they were.
That's the panel. Of course, we take a group of about 10, 15, 20 names and cut it down to 5, and then the panel votes from there. But it is the current NXT North American champion, Dragon Lee, Kaylani Jordan, Lola Vice, Maxine Dupree, and Tiffany Stratton competing for Rookie and Newcomer of the Year. Ladies, you got 4 minutes. Chat away.
All right. So I think one of the things, I think I'll just go like each person. One of the things that I really enjoyed about Dragon Lee this year was no matter when he came out, you always knew you were going to see something good. You always knew you were going to see something good, whether it was his intro, whether it was whatever it was. He was always going to put on a good match, and I enjoyed watching him this year. Kaylani Jordan, she really, I think she grew on me a lot this year too. Whoa. Because you know, when she started, she was kind of like a side piece with Dana Brooke, and then all of a sudden now here she is competing in some of the biggest opportunities that NXT has to offer. Same for Lola Weiss. I just remember her being with
Elektra Lopez,
and I was just like,
she still has the tournament contract as well, so she's still got an NXT championship shot anytime she wants it.
Damn, Maxine, wow, she went from being a mouthpiece with Maximum Male Models to actually going with Alpha Academy and really doing her thing out there. And then Tiffany has this year, wow, she's competed with some of the best women that WWE has to offer with Becky Lynch, and really held her own until she got on that table. But you know, we're going to mind our business. We're going to mind our business.
We will
not let that go.
Hey, man, when you stand up like that, then I don't know what to tell you. But all 5 of the people who got here really did well. And the people who got left off, y'all did well too, but these people just...
Right. And that's the trick is that with this list is that there are going to be a lot of names on some of these categories that just flat out didn't make the list, not because they're not deserving, but because you can only have 5 people.
Literally.
I mean, piggybacking off what you said, I'm not going to even lie to you. Dragon Lee has been all over the place.
Like, he has.
I mean, I know the name that's not on this list is Dom, but he's really, to me, not a newcomer. He's been all over the place. Kaylani Jordan. I love the fact that she had admiration for Dana Brooke, and sorry for the release of Dana Brooke, because I feel like they would have been a good combo.
Agreed.
Kaylani Jordan has really come to play and not take anything from the Miz using his theme or whatever, but she has come out, she has shown everybody, hey, I'm not just a cute face, I can hold my own. And thank you to Dana Brooke for giving her that confidence. Lola Vice, spicy, fiery, Latina, Hispanic, I love it for her that, you know, she's using her heritage and she's dancing and her culture and everything, and then the fact that she teamed up with Elektra Lopez, that made it double the fire, double the heat. Maxine, I don't know what to say besides, yes, girl, you competed, you've been doing your thing. You're not a mouthpiece. I love it for her that these women are going from, 0 to 100 over the year, and it's just like giving what you need to. And again, it only shows that, hey, women, with all the love to Dragon Lee, is doing it better than the men. And clearly, seeing 4 women in this one category, and nothing against Logan Paul, because they did. And Tiffany, it's not Tiffany Tuesday, but this girl, every time you looked up, she was at Raw, she was at SmackDown, she was whooping up on people, she was taking shots, she was calling her shots, and all girl besides being on that table had to do her thing this year. And she's grown on me. They all have, honestly. And I'm excited to see who the winner is.
Well, that's the interesting part, and a little note here as we kill the last 30 seconds. Remember who the original person chosen to be the Maxine Dupree character was supposed to be.
Tiffany?
It was supposed to be Tiffany Stratton. So imagine how different their careers could possibly be, and yet both of them, despite the fact that they each got their own different personality, both of them make this list. But we are down to the final 10 seconds here, so we are going to try to keep ourselves moving because there are a lot of categories to find out about. So we will go ahead and award our first one. This year's 2023 OTRA Award for the Rookie and Newcomer of the Year goes to...
Of course.
Tiffany Stratton.
He put us on blast, y'all.
Allowing everybody to be able to see how we get to our final votes as well. Tiffany getting 5 out of the 9 votes. This was actually one of only 2 OTRA Awards, in which case at least one person of all 5 got at least one panel member's vote. Maxine, Dragon, Kehlani was with me. Lola getting a vote for Big Hirsch. But ultimately it was Tiffany Stratton that seemed to lead the way. And I think as well deserving of this one.
If you go through her and look at her year, she's had a phenomenal year. Oh my god.
The title was beefing.
And they gave her a match with Becky Lynch, 2 of 2.
Exactly. And she held her own.
And she did
Exactly.
well.
They have definitely set her up to be the future. So I think a worthy choice here.
And she comes out, she looks cute every Tuesday.
NXT Barbie.
Next.
Let's move to our second one. Whoops, we don't want to be on the live. I'm still trying to get the little clicking thing here. So there we go. But let's move into our next one, which is the NXT or WWE Heel of the Year. Now, this one is one of the more fun categories, and you'll notice already one familiar name and a winner already on this list. Tiffany Stratton once again finds herself on this list as part of the top 5 heels of the year, but you also add in last year's winner, Austin Theory, going for the 2-peat. And you add in the great heel turn of Braun Breaker throughout this year, the great heel run of the Judgment Day of Dominic Mysterio, and of course the leader of Imperium and the Intercontinental Champion, Gunther. Hell, mean to his own people, let alone his
Them chops for everybody.
When it comes to Theory, I would love to see him do a 2-peat again. You know, that would be great. You have to think, at the beginning of the year, he was literally a major pain in my butt. And that's what you want from a heel. You want them to get under your skin, grind your gears. And every time you heard his name, it's like, forever. So that's what you want from a good heel. You know, when it comes to Braun, his heel turn was, for me, you could tell, but to me it was like when he went heel, he took it all the way, 0 to 100, all this black. It's like, you know what, you got it. You know what, I'm not going to even mess with you in the dark alley, no way. Dom, you have to think, he started last year with his little heel turn, and it's worked all the way into this year, through this year, and for me, he's gone from, he's with Judgment Day and this, that, and whatnot, but I feel like, honestly, at that present moment, I felt like with money, he can hold his own, but at this point, honestly, I feel like he can hold his own by himself at this point. And if you notice, he's literally guiding JD through, the ups and downs and what you should and shouldn't do and how you should and shouldn't act with different Judgment Day members, different wrestling people, how you should act with us and whatnot. When it comes to Gunther, eat for everyone when it comes to those chops, including his own people, like the list stated. And I'm just going to leave it at that because I do not want one of those chops. I don't want one of those chops. You know what? You got that. And as far as Tiffany, again, she grinds my gears throughout the year. But again, you want that from a good heel. You want to hear that name and be like, girl, I don't got time to play with you. Come on, get off my phone, get off my TV, bye. You know what I mean?
I feel like there are different aspects for each person that was put on this list. They had their own style.
Absolutely.
I love the diversity there. Tiffany, she was like, okay, she's gonna talk her smack. She's gonna do
dark.
She's gonna do all like her stuff. And she's gonna just do it her way. Gunther, like you said, those chops for everyone. His team, other people. You come after him, that's fine. He'll deliver a fire promo. He's gonna go out there, handle his business. Let's not even forget the mention he's had all the year.
Yeah, really again.
Dominic held the title for the year. The U.S. champion.
Exactly. So all these people don't go, and they did well do it. Now Dominic, I only need to say one thing. And he couldn't even talk. He couldn't even talk people with him. So boo. What's the word? Y'all were mad to see him before he came out. His music hit. He tried to talk. You got booed out the building. Everywhere you went, and I love the fact that he grew with it. He got more and more comfortable. At the beginning of the year, he was like, I don't know if I like this. And now he's like, hey man, shut up. We're fun. It don't matter.
For me, when it comes to y'all, it reminds me of one other person. When Roman got on the mic, he couldn't say nothing. I honestly, for me, if you can't say nothing, and all y'all gonna do is boo him, you'll take the boo. You'll take the noise he says.
He's got the reaction.
Exactly. That's exactly what you're looking for. Heel and also as a face, because we'll have the baby face a little bit later. But ultimately, that's what you want. You want people seething when they hear your music, when they see your face. That is what will break. And all five of these guys really did that. Theory, I think, kind of fell off towards the year. So I think he was better at the beginning of the year. John carried all your Tiffany built up. The Becky thing kind of was kind of slid a little bit. Gunther kind of stayed steady the entire way. He was up here and he kind of stayed here, didn't go up or down. So this is one that I think it just determined by who told the better story during the time in which they had their chance.
I feel like Braun had a good build up too.
So we talked many around Braun's evolution through his face, doing the exact same thing. I love it.
Exactly.
Go for it.
We're here. We will go ahead and into showing our winner here. This is our first of the five, in which case one of our panel members is going to give the announcement. So I will officially turn it over to one of our Mania Club panel members to give the announcement of this winner.
Happy New Year's Eve to everyone who's tuned in to the On the Ring Apron for 2023. I hope you have a fantastic evening and a happy 2024. And specifically to Mania Club, may your fundraising goals be stronger than ever. I'm Kelly, and I'm here to announce your 2023 Heel of the Year. Now, personally, I'm honored to announce this because I hope it gets me in Mommy's good graces, because your winner is Dominic Mysterio.
Yes, Very nice.
Thank you, Kelly, for being one of our panel members for the time of course, we're out to Dominic, 6 votes. Austin Theory, almost repeated as Heel of the Year. Certainly gave his best shot, but it was the year. Absolutely, every time he came out, this was absolutely his year.
Congratulations.
So that was absolutely fantastic in terms of the year he brought, and you can already tell that things are on their way for him. So let's go ahead and get this clock reset here. Whenever it decides it wants to jump in here, a lot of things running on my computer at once, so it takes a little bit for it to start moving and whatnot. But let's move into our third award, which is our wow moment of the year. Now this one is kind of a tricky one because the fact that we do have a number of things that happen in the ring, but also one particular moment that happened outside the ring as well. First of all, last year's winner was MVP turning on Bobby Lashley to team with Omos. I hate to say that hasn't gone anywhere. So that moment was somewhat wasted. But our nominees this year, Bad Bunny's entire run-up to his match with Damian Priest and Backlash, the promos as well as the match itself. Of course, the passing of Wyndham Rotunda, also known as Bray Wyatt, that definitely came unexpected. The return of CM Punk at Survivor Series in Chicago as he begins his next run in over 10 years with WWE. Roman's undefeated pin streak coming to an end as he gets pinned by Jey Uso at Money in the Bank in the Civil War. And Sammy hitting Roman in the back with a chair at Royal Rumble, betraying his ties with the Bloodline.
I'm gonna say Roman went through it.
Roman went through it this year.
You expect expect that from someone who's at the top of the mountain here while everybody is here. And so he's expected to get hit with, you know, chairs and hurt feelings and losing his tricks and everything. And band around and you know, right? I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I have been talking so much crap about like when they're in Chicago and they're chanting CM Punk. How many years have I said this? For over like a decade. Like this man is not showing up. Y'all can shut up now. Be quiet. Stop.
Until the first year.
First man showed up. And I was like, okay, his music, he's not here. And who's at the top of that stage? What you said? CM. Right. I was like, let me shut up. For me,
We're just going.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I have fainted. Okay. Right. Thank you. So yeah. When it comes to Bray Wyatt, I am so very, very sad for him. Not just his family, but his friends. And I felt like this year just kind of this was icing on the cake that just everyone was taken. Think about if you run the list of all who's taken from wrestling this year. This one kind of hit home for you because.
My best of my cosplays has been with Bray Wyatt through all these years.
And piecing the stuff together to make it look authentic and make it look great. I mean, all people, you know, and then you got respect from him for your cosplays of him.
So you know, it was tough to lose him. That's going to be one of those you're going to remember where you were when you heard about that one. You know, and I will say a couple of people that were in here thought it was unfair to put that in there. But I mean, the whole point of the oh wow category is you said oh wow or a variant of it when you saw that. I mean, no disrespect to any of the others that are showing here. But I'll honestly be surprised if Bray doesn't win this one. And that's not taking anything away from the others that are there. Bad Bunny did absolutely fantastic, considering he had never wrestled a one-on-one match. Yeah. You know, you see what him and Paul are coming in here doing. We've made many a mention about Paul and exactly what he's brought into this, and now Bunny getting an opportunity in front of easily the most ruckus crowd I have ever been a part of. WrestleMania's included. That building in Puerto Rico, I still have some hearing loss because it was so deafening in that place. It was absolutely crowded.
Okay, first of all, let's go ahead and make one common connection to Bad Bunny and Logan Paul. Who started out in those storylines with them?
Miz.
So you have to give credit where credit is due to two-time Grand Slam champion. He kind of helped them, and now they're literally doing this on their own, no help. That shows you what type of person the Miz is too.
And are we surprised in any way that Roman's pin streak ended at the hands of Uso? Is that a surprise to per se?
No, but
yes to the anime. So they got pin. I'm like. But you have to think when I started since
3 years.
Exactly. I'm like, dang.
But you have to think, family knows your weakest points, and they will come after you, knowing that because you kept family close and friends closer and enemies closest. You didn't think it would be your own blood, but hey, it really does.
You know, and then I mean, the moment that Sammy had to go through, as well as the 10 minutes that went after. I mean, that was just something that you knew it was coming over the months leading up to it.
But you had an open like. Oh my God, what's going on?
Either way, all of these deserving. You know, just for the record, I mean, if Bray ends up winning it, you know, then just for the record again, just it's nothing against the other four, but some just hit harder than others. So with that, we're out of time for our discussion segment. So this year's OTRA Award winner for the Oh Wow moment of the year goes to.
It makes sense. I was at work. I mean, and I'm not a big crier, so this one.
Again, it'll be one of those where you're gonna know. That's what makes this a match. I see that. Pretty much crowd starts apart. Punk's return and a couple of votes. His flowers. if you will. But again, I think this is very similar to, this would be the wrestling equivalent of like Michael Jackson's passing. Just always thinking about you're going to know where you were when you heard about Wyatt's passing. A lot of talk about him potentially being a front runner for Hall of Fame this year. So we'll definitely see how that ends up all panning out. I think I'm going to start the countdown, and I'm going to take a very small break. So I'm going to let the two ladies take over this one. We have the ability to be able to rotate as best we can.
I don't want to show our
Just don't interrupt us too much. But we will move into the next one, which is our storyline.
Let's go.
All right now. Let me see. Okay.
So where are we starting?
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Hold on. But we a little blind. Forgive us.
Seth and
I see the
Shin.
bloodline collapse.
Cody
and Roman. D'Angelo prison story.
Lord. That was.
We are good ourselves here. Mello, Ilya, and Trick, and then Seth and Shinsuke. Okay.
Let's go ahead and talk about the bloodline.
Let's go ahead right there. So the
I just I was in awe seeing the split and the division. And you started seeing like cracks.
Yeah.
But you're like, okay, they're not going to figure it out.
Family.
You know what? Figure it out. I guess at the point they couldn't figure it out anymore. And it's like, you know what? We're going to do what's best for us.
Exactly.
And I was just like, ooh. But you know.
I mean. Honestly, when it came to the collapse, it was kind of just like, I think it was more of a win. Like, where will it fall? What's going to be the last? What's going to be the camel? Or what's going to be the
straw that breaks the back?
There you go. Thank you so much. Complete my sentence.
You're welcome.
Period.
Spooky.
So.
Okay.
Here we go. All right. So let's move on to Cody and Roman. Boy.
Can we just go ahead and we're just going to put it out there.
Those promos.
They
beforehand. They were next level disrespect right there.
And we thought Seth and CM Punk was bad. But now like first, second,
they were right.
I know there's a promo of actual sons versus these sons.
That's what we're talking about.
There we go. My bad.
That is what it is. When Roman came out there, he was just like, have you ever
done?
Have you ever won this one? Have you ever competed for this? And Cody just over there like, I mean, that was how she could say. You were just like, you ain't even have to do him like that, Roman. You ain't even, y'all ain't even have to do him like that.
The thing about that is, I love seeing this Roman because again, I'm gonna say when we started seeing Roman and his promo, it's like, but since they let him go and do his own thing, and he literally came off the dome with his stuff like, oh, you coming for me? Got you. I'm gonna come for you.
That's fine. Great was just laying him out. I was like,
I'm like this.
He either about to whoop him or he gonna get whooped. I already knew it. I already knew accident. Okay, but we getting hold on.
So here's the thing. I thought Stack was a little dirty snake.
I'm telling you,
he really. But the fact is, you saw him smart. Like everyone's like, oh, snake, he this, he that. I'm like, yeah,
he's a well-oiled machine. Sitting over there handling business,
family business.
Thank you. Mellow and Trick.
And that storyline
is still going. And that's what I like about it because you were just. I like this one had you on your seat. This was like, okay, who was it? Was it
and Alias
and Carmelo got him over here convinced. And Alias was like, what are you talking about? Like,
and then he's like, oh,
just like, well, hold up, then.
Where you been?
Exactly. Something's not adding up.
But that's not great.
All right. Then we have sessions.
Now you want to talk about this?
Boys,
have you disrespect
in English?
I sit here and I look at him and I look at Oscar. I was like, they be getting me with the okie dokie. And the fact that Seth has been carrying this company for a long time, and the fact we know that Seth is very strong because this man got back problems, shoulder issues. He had WWE. And then not only did he decide to move from Seth with the disrespect from this, but he went right to Cody. I was like, you know what? But you know what? It's fine.
I'm sliding back.
Okay, welcome back.
Great intros?
Yeah, we hope so.
Wonderful.
I'm talking about I'm excited to see who's talking about.
Honestly,
if you could have 5-way tie, there it would be.
Honestly, I think this one was one of the ones where we struggled the most, right?
I agree.
That
was one where I really thought that the panel would have a harder time being able to come up with their particular direction. But it seems like that's the whole joy of it. Is eventually it pans itself out, however it pans out. So let's go ahead and get to our winner here. Our 2023 OTRA Award for Storyline of the Year goes to...
Wow.
That's in your city!
Oh yeah. I did it, very
That's all right.
I was stuck with me too.
I've been there for 3 years. So okay, one time. There you go.
Oh no.
So either way,
I'm still.
Yeah.
Either way.
I mean, it's one of those where it's like, which storyline did you want to go with? But the fact is, for over 6 months, every Friday, you tuned into SmackDown because you wanted to know what was going to happen with the Bloodline.
And then on top of that, not only did they jump from SmackDown, they went to NXT. They went to not NXT, excuse me. They went to Raw. So, and the fact that you see that division of the shows, and then here comes Jimmy coming to. Oh, so you want to match with Tuck? I don't care if you get double tap.
But, I think it's the one that kept us on our seats. And you see how the panel very well went with that 7 out of 9 going with Bloodline Collapse.
You have to think about all year. There was heartbreak and crying and tears and laughter. They really did.
They put you through the ringer. They really did.
And they did a good job. So to that family, congratulations. Let's not forget Paul because he's part of that family too.
That's it. All right, so let's move into our next award. And that is our debut or return of the year. This one would be either a person's first match or they must be returning back for their first match in at least 3 years. Including this would be for a singles match. It does kind of net it a little bit when it comes to Cena and Orton because they are considered, Cena's considered part-time at this point. Orton, of course, injured on the shelf at the hands of the Bloodline for quite some time. But you have the debut of Bad Bunny. We're talking about, of course, the match itself. And then the returns of CM Punk, John Cena, which was definitely a surprise for as long as he came back. Definitely the unexpected return at Crown Jewel of Kairi Sane, who I think everybody, was very optimistic about in terms of her helping out Damage Control. And then, of course, Randy Orton's return, also along with Punk at Survivor Series.
Well, they hit us with the whammy. They did one behind the other.
They did. Again, I already told y'all, Punk coming back was like a foregone. It's not going to happen. And then here he comes. He just show up and he just, I'm back. And then I love his shirt. By the way, we're going to have to give me that shirt. It says when I think hell freezes over or when this freezes over.
Hell is frozen over.
Then I'll be back. Well, I guess it froze.
For a long time, he said hell's going to have to freeze over before I come back.
And it did. When it comes to Kairi Sane, I was at work for the weekend. I even made notice. I was like, I'm not going to be here to see anything. I'm going to have to get the inside scoop and all that. And then Steven sent a picture, and I was like, who is that? And I put on my glasses, because I never wear my glasses. That's not the point. And I was like, oh my God, that's she's back.
She is.
So, yeah, and then we all kind of, when it comes to, like, Bad Bunny, I don't know what to say. He just, for me, I feel like should be the obvious
They put him in the perfect environment with the perfect opponent.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Priest was absolutely who he needed to have this match with. I don't think you could have argued anyone else that could have done it better.
No.
So, fantastic choice. And again, the crowd. I think the crowd absolutely plays a role in that as well because I'm telling you right now, I have never heard anything that Deafney does. Dolph Ziggler's cash-in back in 2011 was about as close as we've gotten to that kind of decibel level. It was loud in that building. You know it's a loud intro when Samantha Irving's getting drowned out by the crowd because they were singing his song that loudly. Like Samantha was drowned out. Go back, I've got it on our YouTube. Go back and watch Bunny's intro. You lose her about halfway through as soon as she says he's from Puerto Rico. You don't hear another sound out of her.
I mean, she's probably still talking.
She is. You can't hear her though.
That's insane.
Let me see. Who did we not really?
Now, let me ask this: when it comes to like Orton, how much of
Say something. I represent for you, man.
how much of his return was lost because of Punk's return right behind it? Did it take something from it?
I feel like they use that to get the views where they need it to be. But I feel like his return has said more on itself now that he's back in the show. I feel like he's putting that work, more work in, laying like his what word am I looking for? Laying his stones.
Groundwork.
Yeah, there we go. Y'all know, see, my brain is off today. Laying the groundwork and like really just making sure he gets back to where he needs to be on his show now. So I feel like
Maybe in the best shape I've ever seen him.
I swear.
You got legs and pack. All I know is we had 2 toes on the floor over here.
You don't gotta call us out like that.
Tell me where I was wrong.
Sweat. This is gonna be like this is not easy at this point. This is past. Let's just move on.
But yeah, between him and CM Punk, they really just. I was excited for Randy, but then you throw CM Punk behind that because, like I said, I didn't watch like when he was here at first. But boy, being able to watch like his highlight reels and everything.
He will get an opinion out of you. That is for sure.
Yeah, most definitely.
I like it. I'm sorry.
I need him to bring his mic drops or mic bombs.
The reality is, when Punk is on the TV, asses are in seats and TVs are on. That's what it's all about at the end of the day.
Here's the thing with Punk. You want the truth? Not even just in storyline. I'm talking about he was telling the truth before everyone knew the truth, and it was outside of storyline. That's why they cut his mic before he left.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm sorry.
So with that, we do move into our winner for this one. I didn't mention last year, this was our only tie last year. Bray Wyatt and Cody Rhodes' return actually not only tied in terms of panel, but also tied in terms of overall percentage as well. It's the only tie we've ever had. So both of them deserving last year equally. But this is our debut return of the year. For this one, we are going to go to another Mania Club member. Let's turn it over to Norris.
Hello, wrestling fans and all the fine folks of Mania Club and On the Ring Apron. I am Snarsa, and I have the privilege to announcing the best return to reveal the winner of the 2023 Best Return Award. Now, the anticipation is over. The votes are all in. And the winner is clear. The winner of the Return of the Year Award goes to none other than the Second City Savior himself. The man who broke the internet with his epic comeback. CM Punk's return. Yes, it didn't just send shockwaves through the ring. No. It resonated with all of you, the heart and soul of the wrestling community. So let's raise your glasses for CM Punk and celebrate this unforgettable comeback of the year. Thank you. Thank you, Mania Club. And, of course, on the Ring Apron, you've spoken. And tonight, we honor the return that stole our hearts and electrified the world. Congratulations, CM Punk. You've done it again. CM Punk, CM Punk, CM Punk, CM Punk.
I'm going to have to use raise your glass. I like that.
Well done.
I know, right?
That was all we all here for WWE.
All right.
Look in my eyes, what do you see?
I was looking for the
Personality. I know you're in
5 out of our 8 going with CM Punk's return, and I don't think that one's a shock to anyone. Kelly and Tanisha both going with Orton. Bad Bunny getting love again from Big Hirsch. I think he was very impressed with Bunny because that's the second time we've seen him vote that direction. Omar going with John Cena. Of course, they're good buds, so no surprise necessarily that he went with that one. But thank you, Norris, and once again, our Mania Club members doing such a good job of representing for us here in our OTRA Awards, Mania Club once again representing out well. Get your t-shirts on our website. But let's move into our next one here. And that is our final two of the first half. And we move into our NXT Individual Awards. So, first of all, our winner last year was Mandy Rose. She actually was not even with the company when she won the award. But yet, actually, that allowed her to be able to message us on Instagram about it. So go figure. But this year we do have a number of great nominees. Fallon Henley, Kiana James, the current NXT Women's Champion Lyra Valkyria, contender last year Roxanne Perez, and of course for the third time tonight we see Tiffany Stratton has made the list. And she has an opportunity not just to win the Rookie of the Year, but was she the best female in NXT? So a lot of big names here. So ladies, take the wheel. One note real quick though, sorry before I do that. This year, unlike last year, there will not be just NXT and WWE. Each of the individual winners will all make it to the last award of the night. So the NXT male and female superstars, as well as the WWE male and female, will all have an opportunity to win the overall.
There you go.
So ladies, take it.
Don't we find it interesting that Fallon Henley and Kiana James were tag team like in NXT for a little bit, and they're side by side? All I'm gonna say is
they held the tag titles for like a month.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Okay, I'm sorry if I wasn't clear. So yeah, I'm actually excited about this list. I feel like look at what we have here. We have Fallon, Kiana, and we don't ever know what's going to be in that girl's purse. Sounds like it's just like next thing you know, it's a brick, it's a computer, we never know.
At this point, I'm just waiting on her to pull out Patrick Star. Right now. Waiting patiently, okay? There's your idea, girl.
Yes, Lyra, she literally has been a force to be reckoned with this year. She came in, you could tell she was working out, she did what she needed to do, she mentally was there, she was physically there, and when she was hurt, she was still there. So all I can say is these women, including Roxanne, when Roxanne got hurt, she was still there. Tiffany would get hurt, she was still there. These women are 5 individuals that are very strong, and you need women like that in NXT. I'm not saying that the others are not, but obviously these were the 5 that were voted on.
This was another one of those that had like 10, 15, not 15. Let me not be dramatic here.
There were usually 12 or 13 viable names.
Yeah. And we were all coming at each other's thoughts when we were choosing. Like, we were like, what about this person? Because no, you haven't made my girl out.
Right?
Like, so believe me, if your name did not make the list, it's no slight on you. It's just arguments had to happen, and this is who we ended up with. We talked a lot about Tiffany tonight. That girl has been everywhere you needed her to be. And she was just...
There was no question.
She was on fire, and I love it. Roxanne, I loved her little beef with... all I see is the gas station door. That's all I see when I see her.
The freezer door?
Yeah, the freezer door. She's just over there.
That's a name that didn't make the list.
But she was there.
Blair Davenport was in our on the long list, and I think she just narrowly missed.
Yeah, she did. Lyra. Sorry, I was about to fall over. I got so excited I couldn't contain my excitement. Sorry. Lyra. I've liked Lyra since she got here, but getting to see her take that next step, getting to see her compete with Becky, ultimately winning with Becky, I'm like, whoa, I don't know if it's that sister Irish power, I don't know what it was, but I enjoyed every second of it, and I was here for it. Exactly, and I loved it. Kiana, again, you never know what's going to come out of that girl purse.
I love it. I'm here for it.
I'm here for it. Again, if you pull Patrick out that thing, just know. I said it.
You heard it here first.
I said it. Even if you call him like 30 years ago, I said what I said. And I mean it. And then Fallon has really been on fire like, towards the end of the year. And I've been very impressed with her because, you know, when she started, she just had the bar. She was back there with her little towel on her shoulder. And now, she had her whooping behind and taking names.
And her little dance. She reminds me of reminds me of like a modern version of what's it? Dukes of Hazzard. What's her name?
Daisy Dukes.
That's exactly. She reminds me of the modern version.
Well, she's also going to get every opportunity to show what she can do from a singles perspective because on the last episode of NXT, Brooks and Jensen officially calling it. So Brooks wanting to go singles, and of course Fallon saying, "Hey, if you want to go singles, that's fine, but I wish you every bit of the best of luck, but you'll be doing it on your own." So Fallon, I think that story run is over. They ended on good terms, so you can match them up in the future. So I agree. I think Fallon did extremely well. But only one can take the NXT Female Superstar of the Year. Now, of course, the winner of this one advances to our last vote of the night to try to win the overall Superstar of the Year. But the winner of the NXT Female Superstar of the Year goes to Tiffany Stratton.
Dang,
I don't think you can ignore, Roxanne. I mean, that's who I went with. Kia did as well. So did Kelly. Lyra getting a vote. Fallon getting a vote from Omar. But ultimately it was really the Otras that really are the ones that kind of took this one over. The Otras actually overwhelmingly took Tiffany in this one. And that's what kind of swayed the vote because the Mania Club vote was pretty much down the center. Otras went heavy on Tiffany. And that swayed the vote and it ended up being the deciding vote.
period.
Tiffany Stratton takes our female NXT Superstar of the Year, and she will advance into our final vote of the night.
Nice.
She will have an opportunity to win the overall Superstar of the Year for the WWE. So just trying to get the little thingy to pop up here to let us switch out the countdown again.
Sorry, I got
a lot of things going at once. So lot to handle.
I will say the women's division in NXT this year though, like stacked. Like I remember last year we were kind of like, what am I gonna do? Like, and this year, like
4 horsewomen was the last time I saw this fully stacked. I mean, it's big, but the women's division never fails down in NXT. I mean, they just keep churning around. It's a beautiful machine. But let's move to our last one here in the first half, and that is, as you can probably predict, the male Superstar of the Year. Last year it was Carmelo Hayes, and he'll try to go for the repeat, seeing if he can get an opportunity to be able to win it for the second year in a row. Braun Breaker also making the list, the NXT North American Champion Dragon Lee, the current NXT Champion Dragunov, and the injured but also loved Wes Lee also making this list as well. To clarify something, the reason Dominic Mysterio is not on this list is because Dominic is directed as a main roster competitor. So even though he did a lot of NXT this year, he is not eligible for this award. So that's why he did not make this list, despite the fact that he could have potentially won it. So hey, Carmelo won it last year. Said this was supposed to be the year of Melo. He gets the title, has a great run with it, has a great story with Ilya. Wes definitely grew even more, held the North American Championship for a good majority of the year. Dragon Lee, we've already spoken on him. Breaker going from one of the biggest faces NXT's ever had to now big heels. So how well did that run? And then, of course, you got Dragunov, who is currently holding the championship. Although we're not sure what his current status is and storyline due to his injury against Ridge Holland. So the title currently up for grabs, but male superstar, ladies, take it. Oh,
this was another one that had a lot of people.
Yeah.
We had to go back and forth for how long did we go back?
This was another where we were live before we got down to 5.
I had to work today, and we were still up. So yeah,
I was there like, okay, but we got it. There we go. All right, so go ahead.
No, you're good. It's fine. For me, again. When he comes out, when his music hits his intro, and you know it can be a good man. Everything. I'm for it. I love me some Wesley, and if I wasn't so broke, my money would be on him most definitely. It is what it is.
Is that a reflection on me in any way? Exactly.
What? He's very entertaining. He's very entertaining. Let's give him that. He's a fighting champion. I love it for him. I just hate that he's injured, he's hurt. So may you have a speedy recovery and hope to see him back as quickly as possible. Not John if possible, but still get your recovery. Him and them red eyes. That's just a whole nother. Family show.
Thursday.
Not yet. Or Merry Monday. It's okay.
Pour the tea.
Spoiler alert. For me, Ilya, what can you say? He's had people take shots at him that Baron has probably took the worst shot you could take. Family and son, and you got to be by yourself while I'm living the high life, family and everything else. That's at the third. But Baron didn't make this list, so go ahead and quiet down, Buki. When it comes to Dragon Ray, Alyssa hit it again on the head. He is entertaining. I'm here for it. He's all over the place where you need him to be. And then on top of that, he's got a famous Hall of Famer backing him. Go ahead, Rey Mysterio. Yes. Injured leg and all. Carmelo. He don't miss. It's just like, and I'm going to be honest, he grew on me. Like, you have to think, I was talking all types of stuff about you, and then Braun, I'm here for that too. This heel turn, this all black, everything, and coming out, and the dog name and everything else. Yes, sir. Anybody else want to talk for another minute?
Yeah. So, I think we all have figured out that we, as on the ring apron, love Wesley.
Yes.
Like, I don't know. Mm-hmm. I mean, like, we ain't gonna talk about all that, but we ain't gonna talk about all that, but just.
Couldn't Photoshop Sean in here.
But no, he just when you see him on the screen, you know you're in for a treat.
Yes.
Yeah. You can really say that for all 5 of the people we put on this list. Mm-hmm. If you see a match with them on it, you know you're gonna be sad. Carmelo, like I don't even know what to say. Carmelo don't miss. Come on. I love Ilya's drive. Whenever he gets hit, it just wakes him up more. He gets more pissed off. It's the next level. I love it. Dragon Lee, we've already said a bunch about him tonight. He brings that energy. He brings that fire. And now he's bringing the LWO. Like, what you got going on? And then Braun, I love the transition. Don't be too rude.
Just showing he can be both.
And both sides. He's doing very well. Period.
And I think all the people deserving. This was another one that took us a little bit to come up with our list. Carmelo taking it last year. Obviously an opportunity to be a repeat, but that is a lot of names, including 2 people with championship gold. Everybody, just like earlier in the year, everybody held gold at one point during the year. But we can only hold one. Winner moves to the final vote. And then we're going to take a little short break here. But our NXT male superstar of the year goes to... Sorry, it did not click. Let's try that again. Carmelo repeats. Put it in the wrap.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, Wesley was absolutely a name that I thought. Really, when you look at the votes, I can't say how Isaiah voted or what his thought process was for Breaker. So we'll leave him to answer his own questions if he chooses. But I can tell you from almost every person, myself included, I mean, it was down to the wire. Between Carmelo and West, the OTRA's vote came down to we're talking, I think, 2 votes.
Wow.
That's the difference. And you got to think, if that switches over to West, he has the percentage vote.
Yeah.
So West, I mean, Carmelo got it, but I mean, we're talking about the skin of the end of his fingernail.
Either way,
our first repeat.
Wow. Way to go.
Carmelo moves into our last one. So that will get us to the halfway point of our show. So we are going to take a little quick TikTok live break here, about 5 minutes. So if you're joining us, don't go too far away. We'll be back with you here in a couple of minutes, all right?
So get something to eat, go to the bathroom, what you got to do, but come back.
But come back, stay with us, all right?
Kidding.
Good Lord, that is a very shiny head that I get to show off as I unpause our live here as we get ready to start the second half of our show. Kia went to go take a small break. She snagged herself something to eat. So Alyssa and I will start things off here as we resume our second annual OTRA Awards. We just went through the first half, crowning our NXT male and female superstars of the year, as well as a couple of other fun ones. We now move into our next one, which is our breakout star of the year. This was, by our definition, the person who we felt took the biggest strides in improving their career from where they were at the beginning of the year until the end of the year. And there were some good names on this one as well.
I know we've said this like 3 times already, but these lists were so long this year. Like last year we were kind of like, okay, we want to do this.
They made it so good. I mean, I'm looking at a couple of names that are on this one. Like there is no Jimmy Uso. There is no Dominic Mysterio.
No.
There is no Dragon Lee. There is no Carmelo Hayes. You know, you're looking at some names here. There were great names that did not make this list. So it is not a slight when a name gets missed and not taken as such. But you do look at who we did end up with. Stax Lorenzo, currently holding half of the NXT tag titles. We talked about him. You knew he was a snake.
You knew
he was. I mean, what character development he had. Everyone knows Jey Uso throughout this year. He's the first person tag team for most of his career. LA Knight.
Yeah.
Thea Hale making the list this year because of the fantastic work that she did. As such a person who was so young and getting an opportunity to go into that spotlight. Hey, with the NXT Female Superstar of the Year in Tiffany Stratton.
Yep.
And then you can't say anything more about Trick Williams down in NXT. We have several people on here that went from side pieces to main event. No pun intended in this just ladies, take it.
Let's see.
Let's go ahead and start with MJ.
All right.
You know that's where we're at.
We already know this.
He knows it. We know it. They know it. Let's go ahead and put. He was the one for me when this whole thing started falling apart. Where was his head at?
Honestly, he was the one that had you on the end of your seats mostly.
I'm not going to tell. I don't cry that often, but when you can get me to cry about a storyline or a person leaving or coming back or getting injured, he had me like, what's he gonna do? I'm not his family, but I was on the phone. What you gonna do? Come on back now. I'm coming back. Come on home.
Deuces.
Period. But then he went off on his own. I think in the back of his mind he knew what Sammy was telling him was the truth.
Yeah.
So he had to go do his own thing. He had to go off. He had to figure out who he was, even though if it took 2 weeks and we thought he was going somewhere else, he didn't. Surprise. When it comes to LA Knight, where do we even go with him? Here's the thing: when he
started the year as about
Maximum Models.
He wasn't even called LA Knight at the beginning of the year.
I don't remember what he was called. That's not important right now. The fact is,
oh yeah, he was Max.
He was Max.
You know what? Ignore me. And look at him now in his Tim and his jeans, rocking the best.
Got everybody screaming, LA Knight.
Yeah!
Oh my gosh.
LA Knight also gets credited with having the last match of Bray Wyatt's career.
Yes, he
does.
And something that you know will always ring a special place in his heart.
And if y'all go back and you'll look at it, that really did affect him on screen. You could see where it affected him. So
remember, you had the great moment later in the year where him and the Undertaker both had that passing of the torch moment because everyone anticipated that Wyatt was going to become the next Taker.
Again,
it was Knight that was put in the middle of it.
When it comes to, let's go ahead and mention the only female when it comes to Thea. You have to think, she really did do her thing. And she was quiet. Well, she wasn't really quiet in class, but it was. But she went from being a student to being.
You didn't really see her compete.
You didn't see her compete, but then you saw her compete, and she literally held her own. And I'm going to give it to her. She held her own, and she did great.
Honestly.
Going up against Tiffany?
Yeah, she did a lot better than I thought she
did.
I give you that. But I was over there like, this is going to be squash, 30 seconds.
When it comes to Stax, that he's always been my dude. I love me some Stax. No one tells you that curly hair and that beautiful face. Even though I thought you were too much, I'm okay because I'm okay with Randy Orton. And when it comes to Trick, There's what's the word we're looking for? Whoop that
Trick.
Whoop that trick.
Yeah.
I like that he went from a side piece with Mello and he kind of is doing his own thing. And it's great to see that he can go off and be his own person and still have that friendship with Mello. You know that when you go off your own thing, it's like high school.
You not everybody.
All of these people with Jay, LA Knight, and Trick Williams being the main three that I'm going to speak of here. The universe demanded it.
Yeah.
This was not something where it was like, okay, they deserve it necessarily, or they're the most deserving. The fans demanded it.
The fans
They demanded Jay, LA, Trick.
Yeah. But if you look at social media and you look at everything outside wrestling, what were you hearing at stadiums? LA Knight. Yeah. What were you hearing before he even entered on that stage? Whoop that trick. Yeah. Them too.
Exactly.
And it's just like
So that does bring us to, having to break this. This was definitely one of the closer votes, but the winner of the 2023 OTRA Award for Breakout Superstar of the Year goes to...
Tanisha. What's up on the Ring Apron listeners? It's Tanisha here. I hope you guys had a fantastic year. I've been tasked with presenting the Breakout Star of the Year award, and I'm super excited. No context to me, none at all. But we didn't just ask me, we asked you guys, you voted, we listened, and the Breakout Star Wrestler of the Year is Trick Williams. Duh.
I love
it.
Okay.
I liked it.
Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. This was definitely one where pretty much took the wheel. This was the second vote, which case everybody across the board got this one person. Kia going to Stacks Lorenzo, Norris LA Knight, Hale going to Lamar, Glissa taking Uso. I think any of these choices are wrong. But Trick seeming to have the majority, heavy voting for the OTRA on this one as well. Trick. I think any of the five would have been deserving on this one. You know, every one of those has one person who kind of like, okay, it's great they made it, but why are they here? This one really had that feel. I mean, there were a lot of good names in this one.
I like that Mello's got one and Trick's got another and now.
Talk
about
That's two. He got last year too.
I'm talking about this year.
Thank you to Tanisha for taking the time to throw that in. I'm sorry, I wish I would have given you a better intro there. I completely forgot that was your turn. But thank you again so much from Tanisha of the Mania Club. So let's move into our next particular one here. And that is the OTRA Award for the Tag Team or Faction of the Year. A lot of good names. Bloodline taken last year, and that was a pretty unanimous romp. I think Judge Day got a vote last year. Judge Day back in the voting again. Surprisingly, Bloodline not making the list between our voters, but ultimately going with Alpha Academy in its current form, including Maxine Dupree. And Akira Tozawa with the comedy, Damage Control with its new strength, as well as the championship title it's holding. Dynamite moving through NXT and now already making a huge splash on the main roster. You can tell they're ready to be big names. We mentioned, of course, Judgment Day running all of WWE and NXT, I guess, as well. And also love to the D'Angelo family as well. We've seen Tony B and Chad and Stacks Lorenzo getting introduced for a couple of things here, but they end up making it, currently holding the NXT Tag Team titles. So, I mean, a lot of strong contenders in this one, but from both sides. So, ladies, what are your thoughts going here?
Let's see. Bold. All right. They have went like, and this is my opinion. So take it for what it's worth. This is how I saw it coming in. Like more recent. I feel like Academy started as the two, right?
Yeah.
They just started as
they slowly built.
And they've built. And
I thank you.
4-point Otis.
Shoosh.
And now it's one of the best quotes out there.
Thank you. But yeah, so they have come in, they've created their own like little faction, really, and they've done well. They've competed. You can see them on. Sorry, brain fart. You can see them on their regular show, but they're also going down to NXT, working on metaphor. Period. Yeah.
You know, I'm going to
Stop y'all.
I'm going to leave it.
I'm sorry.
Another team in the faction that didn't make this list. That
Yeah,
was in
they were
consideration
considered
as metaphor as well.
Damage control. Child, I called it. I knew Oscar was coming. I said that.
We sit on the couch on the sofa, and Elizabeth's like, look at Austin standing over there by herself. I feel like in her own right, she bought the flip side, and in that moment, I'm like, nah, girl, she was like, what's you tripping? I said, okay.
And I was like, why she ain't speaking English? Because you know she can do a little.
And she can do a little bit. And they speaking in their little language.
It's a little sus.
Yeah.
Who went to it? Oh, snap. She hit him. But yeah, Damage Control, they have started as their first little faction with the three, and they've built new members in. I enjoyed them. Diamond, oh my god, like I've always enjoyed them. I really enjoyed them in NXT because I like the brother aspect. I know what it is, and
they work so well. They work out together.
Exactly. I love that.
You've never seen a turn outside of Kim. That's not the point.
That's the point.
And then you have Ivy Isles, who is the strongest female. I feel like for me, that's short. It's okay. It is what it is.
And then you have Judgment Day. We don't really have much about them
because they're
dominating. Bloodline kind of fell off.
Let's
go. And then just keep going and come in and run their show. I hate to say it, but they run their show.
Truth is like kind of in the background somewhere. He's part of Judgment Day. True. Maybe they can get together. He's not part of Judgment Day.
I had a little joke there, but I'm not saying it. And then you have the D'Angelo family. I love how they went from exactly. It was like you saw a new form of blue in between them when they met. And it was just like a whole new understanding. I loved it.
And
sorry. But yeah,
you're fine. You know. But I mean, you look at it, and I think they nail on the head perfectly for Judgment Day. You know, I think they took over the bloodline, kind of ran out.
And
that's what you want to see.
You should have saw it from the moment they kind of turned on edge. You should have saw it from there. They were going to be very dominant, very this is what we are and this is what we're doing. And
I remember us last year though being like, okay, what are they going to do with them? Because they
had to Judgment Day,
right? And they did.
What are they going to do?
Right.
And here they are,
holding all the gold, same as the bloodline was at this time last year. So, was that enough to put them over the top? The OTRA Award for 2023 for Tag Team / Faction of the Year goes to Judgment.
Of course.
We weren't playing on the answer show.
Yeah, I was going to say, this was the closest thing we had to a unanimous vote across all of our different categories, with ultimately the Judgment Day getting all but a single vote from our panel. Omar going with the D'Angelo family. He felt they made the most strides as a group. He felt that Judgment Day was already solidified in their place. So he feels like from going from a team that maybe nobody cared that much about to now the cream of the crop of NXT Tag Team Division with Diamond Mine God, it's fair.
It makes sense.
But this one, pretty much a landslide. Judgment Day taking this one easy. And I mean, they were who you were talking about once the bloodline was kind of out of play.
I mean, they wouldn't let you forget them. So I mean, and they ain't coming after me. So let you know it is what it was.
That's exactly it. So
And they get bad too, so I like it.
Exactly.
Except for
Our truth.
Except for truth.
That's it. So let's move into our next particular category. Where is my mouse?
Where is my mouse?
There it is.
the fact that we've been together for a long time.
And that is our WWE NXT promo of the year. This one had so many nominees.
We keep saying that, but
this one was ridiculously long. This is the one we spent the most time on trying to pin this down to 5.
I feel like we should tell them at the beginning of the wrestling year, we ended up making like a spreadsheet or like a note in our phones where every time we would see something for like one of these categories, we would add it at the time. That way we wouldn't forget anything.
Wouldn't forget any of them.
So yeah, if you're seeing these, like wow.
And I mean, I'm just looking at a couple of the ones that didn't make the list. Usi Doosie did not make the list. You out and I'm out too. That didn't make the list. Like that tells you the caliber of promos that we saw between WWE and NXT this year. And then really just trying to pin it down to 5. But we have the first meetup between Roman and Cody before their match at WrestleMania, the one that Alyssa made mention of earlier. Have you ever competed for this one? Have you ever won this one? And discussing Dustin's relationship with Roman. Cena dropping a 90-second roast on Solo Sikoa before their match at Crown Jewel.
I don't know if Solo don't smile or laugh, but I got on the inside that man was laughing real hard about him getting roasted. You know,
about 90 seconds.
That's about 90 seconds. Miz and Gunther, each of them playing the respective role they need to play, wrestler versus entertainer. It was powerful. I thoroughly enjoyed that one.
I think that put him on the map for us too. Like I think that kind of just solidified another level for Gunther because we were like, we know he can handle himself in the ring.
But can he handle himself on the mic?
And I think he definitely showed and said, shut up, watch this.
But I think Miz did what he's done to so many people before him. There have been people that are better than him, but Mike simply just, he shows up and shows out every single time you hand him a microphone. I mean, first ballot Hall of Famer, we said it without even question.
I can go into that. That's a whole long story by itself.
The animosity between Seth Rollins and CM Punk. I mean, it's publicly known that they don't like each other.
It's pure blood, genuine. The last time
the first time we saw Seth.
It's like the last time we saw something like this with Seth, it was him and Riddle. And you know that there was no love lost there.
He's still there?
If y'all don't know what we're talking about, go look.
It's easy to find.
You know they know.
But I feel like I hate you. I'm giving you the disrespect me so kindly. And
I say, golly.
Okay, Pop, we
like that.
And then we have the last one on the end, the only female one to make the book, but that was towards the end of the year. Becky Lynch and Nia Jax finally getting their story against each other.
I mean, that's
stating as Nia becoming the woman who made the man. That you can't beat me at New Year's Revolution. All I am is just the woman who made the man.
Yeah, that was good. I can tell you for a fact, me and Alyssa were laughing at the joke that Becky made about the knee.
Support you.
You had to do it like that, baby.
Speaking of roast,
you know you wrong.
You also know I was in the back laughing like, okay,
she didn't come out with a straight face when she told us something.
We're all for that, buddy.
It's facts.
I think this year as a whole just had some really good promos. It was tough.
And the reality is when you look at each of the promos that's listed here, it is people doing what they do best. And even in the situation of Cena roasting Solo, it's Solo standing there trying to look like the tough guy that you need him to be. But yet is sitting there just taking shot after shot from Cena, and he is, because he knows he's not going to beat him on the mic.
You have veterans, you have newbies, you have rookies, you have entertainers, you have celebrities that have come from an entertainment environment, and you have people that have come from a wrestling environment. And all of this contemplates to these 5 right here. Use those words.
Like I said, so many promos that didn't make this list, so it is not a shot at any of them. So the one that ultimately ended up taking this one had to be good. So we do have the audio clip of the one that won, or a little snippet of it anyway.
Okay.
So don't worry, we'll get a chance to hear it. But our winner,
Right.
yeah, I don't give a damn what the Tribal Chief said was the promo last year. I just remember us sitting in our seats here in the living room, like, no. He's joking.
They can't hear us. They can't.
Like, oh no, but boy, it hit.
But I like the way Roman when that was said. Like, what did he say?
What did he say?
But let's move to our winner here. The winner for the 2023 OTRA Award for the WWE or NXT Promo of the Year goes to...
Let's see.
To get inside my head. You sent him to relay and convey the real life situation. You sent him to tell me the truth. If that's the truth, then the truth is one of the fabled Dusty's kids is better than Dusty's actual kid. If that's the truth, then the truth is you are the son that he always wanted. And that changes absolutely everything, because it's not just a dream, it's not just an urge or a want or a desire or some story that needs to be finished. This becomes a necessity. You say I don't exist, I have to exist, and the only way that I can exist is by beating you at WrestleMania.
And that ended up being like a 15-minute solid promo between the two of them. Roman great on the mic, Roman being the best that we've seen of the Tribal Chief on the mic up to that stage. Cody had you in feels. He got your heart into this match.
He did.
And that to me has always been the ultimate play of any good storyline is, can they get you emotionally invested? And all 5 of those promos did. So I felt it was fantastically done. But let's move into our next one, and we actually have a guest introduction for this one, I do believe. Where is my mouse?
Yeah!
Oh, goodness.
What's up, everybody? You already know who it is. It is I, Big Hirsch, the chocolate one, a.k.a. the promo god. And I am here as a courtesy to my great friends over at On the Ring Apron. They have chosen me, the chocolate one, to announce this year's match of the year. Now, with that being said, you know what? Let's go ahead and get into these nominees.
I like that.
So Isaiah Franklin, aka Big Hirsch, the chocolate one. Can I be the white chocolate one? I guess. Is that copywritten or something? Just X.
This time.
But it does move us into one of our larger categories, and that was the match of the year. Again, another category that had so many.
I don't know how we did this one.
Fantastic options here. I mean, WrestleMania had 4 or 5 by itself. Bad Bunny's match against Priest not on this list. You're looking at a number of matches from NXT that didn't make it, but ultimately we do end up with the main event of night 1 of WrestleMania, the Usos against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. The Usos' long title run coming to an end. The Bloodline Civil War. The Usos going over Roman and Solo. Seth and Shinsuke, their first match at Fastlane, where Shinsuke owned about 95% of that match before Seth pulled it out at the last second. The rematch between Carmelo and Ilya Dragunov after Carmelo narrowly survived, Trick having to stay out of play on this one. So ultimately Ilya getting the upper hand and the victory. And then night 1 of Halloween Havoc, the main event, Becky Lynch dropping the NXT Women's Championship to Lyra Valkyria, the current champion. A lot of good emotion behind that match as well. So a lot of good contenders. So
you have to think the Usos as brothers, and then Sammy and Kevin, technically they're brothers. They've been on this journey for a long time from the start. You've got 2 different sides. You've got actual brothers versus non-actual brothers. And it was a good one. Okay. And then you have the Bloodline Civil War, where you have family versus family. And I was torn when it came to Roman and Solo versus Jay and Jimmy. But I feel like the rest of the crowd was too. I feel like but you have to understand. Let's take it from your perspective, Melissa. You've been loyal to not just Roman, but let's go ahead and be honest. You've been loyal to this family for 3 years, and then it's just like, what's gonna happen? What am I gonna do? I don't know. What side am I gonna take? She took Roman. Let's go ahead and just let her know. I took Jimmy and Jay. She took Roman. It is what it is.
Slow plans.
Seth versus Shinsuke. Again, I feel like Shinsuke not talking English. I feel like he be spitting a lot of I'm going to do it this and this.
He's throwing that
miss. Let's go ahead and put it that miss. This was good. He dominated, like he said, 95% of that match. And for me, it's like, if that was going to be the case, why didn't you just continue? I would have hated Seth's loss, but Shinsuke literally turned up and showed up and said, this is going to happen tonight. Carmelo versus Ilya. I don't even know. Where do you want to start with that one?
Carmelo and Ilya. I knew that was going to be a great match either way.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that you were in for a treat. I knew it was going to be a long one because Carmelo can go forever and ever and ever.
Yes.
And Ilya, you just hit him and it's going to piss him off. So I knew we were in for a treat on that one. And then when it came to Lyra and Becky, the Irish love getting to see the passing the baton moment. It was everything you really expected. And I think I was a little shocked, honestly, when the time got changed.
Yeah.
But I wasn't mad at it 1 second because it was wonderful.
But think of it like this. If Lyra and Becky, this is not the first time. I think there was a picture in Lyra's locker of when they first met, and I think she was younger at the time, and it shows a younger Becky, but Becky knew, I'm going to pass this title off. It's got to be someone I think is going to do it, give it the value that it needs. And that, to me, was great storytelling. Even if it was a short story, it was great storytelling.
Also a great honor and a good push for Lyra herself.
Exactly. Because getting a pinfall victory over Becky Lynch is no small task in today's world. So
especially for the next
a lot of good deserving matches on here. A lot of matches that were maybe deserving. Last year's Cody and Seth inside Hell in a Cell was the winner last year. Fantastic matchup. Who could match up? Let's send it back to Big Hirsch, who would now have the winner. Eventually.
I promise.
Okay, I got this.
I mean, who did you think was going to win match of the year? It is the Tribal Heir himself, Solo Sikoa, along with the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, and the cousins, Jimmy and Jay Uso. The Bloodline Civil War is your On the Ring Apron match of the year. And that's it for me, everybody. As always, stay blessed, be positive. Big Hirsch, and I'm out.
Thank you so much, Isaiah, for that. But, that's our match of the year. It ends up being the Bloodline Civil War. Little bit of speed difficulty in my computer. I need to get something that's perhaps a little stronger. But we will ultimately get to where we need to get to here momentarily. There it goes. The idea of Roman this is a historical significance.
Let's welcome these folks to the
This one was close.
That's good.
Hey, let's get it on.
And you have enjoyed it. Your day with the Tribal Chief.
It's coming.
And you will be nothing but a melted puddle inside of a bucket.
He gonna give me a ball to plug out. You don't have to do it. It's okay, boo. Come on, Bookie.
Jesus.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's
Way to go, y'all. Come on now.
This has been a fantastic show up to this point, and I know we're running into a little bit of technical difficulties. I had to run around the corner to find a charging block because I could see it starting to go down. I'm like, no, we have too many left. But we're down to our last couple here, so thank you so much for hanging with us. I know it's a long show, but we're doing our best to move through it. But let's keep it rolling here with our next award of the particular evening.
Sorry.
And again, just
Sorry, my stuff, y'all. We need to.
a little bit. It's hung up just a little bit here, but we'll get there.
It's funny.
There we go. Workhorse of the year.
Oh,
This was a fun category for us
This was
because we had to. Workhorse being defined as who was the person that every single week in, week out, they are out there on the mic, in the ring, out of the ring. Whatever the company's asking them to do, they're doing it. And they're doing it well. And we've got this was another one that had a long list of names that were hard to break through, but ultimately you end up with these five. You have Becky Lynch, Carmelo Hayes, our NXT Male Superstar of the Year, our Heel of the Year, Dominic Mysterio, the current World Heavyweight Champion, putting himself out there for the first time. We haven't seen much of Seth tonight, surprisingly.
That's a surprise.
And Wesley, once again, finding his way on there for the fantastic year he had. My goodness, a ton of great names here, but I'll let you take it.
Oh, I like this. Thank you so much, Steve. You're so kind. Let's go ahead and start with Wesley. Again, speedy recovery. We hope you make it back. We hope you're resting, getting the help that you need. Again, I feel like I'm saying the same thing. Again,
I mean, because a lot of these people really work their behinds off this year, and they have to get their recognition because. I mean, there's nothing else we can do, you know?
I mean, you need... And see, another thing I noticed about Wesley, you needed someone, he was there. You needed someone on the mic, he was there. You needed someone in the ring, he was there. You needed someone to go up or down, he was there. Seth, we joke, and it's not really funny because we know he's really injured, but he literally... Seth's been carrying this company for a long time. And it's just, when you have someone of that caliber that has come in and said, I've got this, despite, he's had some knee injuries, he's had a back injury, I think there's been some shoulder injuries. He's one of the strongest people I know. He does not let that bother him. He's like, I got this. You know, I'm going to cut the best promo, I'm going to look the best, I'm going to dress the best. But what you didn't want to do is you didn't want to mess with him, his livelihood, and his family, and that just said a lot.
Sent him over the edge.
That every single time. Dom? Boy!
Everywhere.
NXT, SmackDown, Raw. He even did meet and greets. And he was very nice at the meet and greets, despite what y'all might say. He was very nice to him and Mommy. And I told you that Randy literally thought she was the prettiest thing up there. I was like, calm down. But,
Not exactly much competition, though.
But, when it comes to Carmelo, again, he was there. He was where you needed him to be. SmackDown, Raw, with Cena, without Cena, with Trick. Where you need me, I am there. There's no question. But you have to travel between states, and sometimes you have to do a bus, in a car, make the airport. It didn't matter. He did it. And our only female. The fact that we have husband and wife.
Gerald, who was I think?
Okay, because I know you
I'm not lazy, child, that's for sure.
She will not.
Oh, man.
You have to think there has been with Becky pregnant before she got pregnant, before she knew she was pregnant, she was working, and then she came back and she put in that work. And she said, if I'm going to be here, I'm going to be here every single week. I'm going to follow this person. I'm going to do this. I'm going to say that. I'm going to make it to where I get under people's skin, but I'm going to be where you need me to be. NXT, she Tiffany called her out, and there she was. Boom.
She didn't see going to NXT as a demotion.
She didn't.
And I love that.
She saw it as an opportunity.
And I love that.
But the fact that you have one of the four horsewomen who came from that environment that was able to go back, and they loved it when she came back. Same with Seth, and I think Seth went down there. If I was correct, if I'm correct.
Seth did for one night, yeah.
Okay.
Like the face breaker for the title.
Yeah, so he went down there. The fact that you see them going back home and being like, I'm here to do what I need to put whoever I need to put over. That's true workhorse for me.
I love that.
You
can't be mad at it.
You can't be mad at all. And if you're mad about it, that means you're not doing enough, and they're doing way more. Oh well.
Right. I mean, it comes down to the fact that you can't overshadow hard work.
You can't.
You either have it or you don't. And the fact is, the 5 names that are listed here, as well as a number of people that didn't make this panel, are all deserving of being on this list, because the fact is, it's the person that is there, night in, night out, putting in the work. Who do you need me to face? Do you need me to win? Do you need me to lose? What promo do you need me to be? Where do you need me to be?
And you know that this is a tiresome job, but they don't look like they're tired one bit.
I'm surprised they can stand up sometimes, because you know they're running on almost no sleep.
Yeah.
And then
Fantastic.
on top of that, working out and
Yeah,
always
still got to
being
find time to work out, eat,
sleep,
try to have a life of some kind. But the fact is, these are the names that put themselves out there. So let's go ahead and get to the winner. This is our first year giving out this award, and I hope this one sticks. Our OTRA Award for Workhorse of the Year goes to Dominic.
Yes.
Not even surprised. He was everywhere.
What do you need me to do? He was there. Raw, NXT, SmackDown, with 3 different people.
Right. And what do you need me to say? What do you need me to do? There was nothing off limits for him. He was with the crowd for a little bit, and I love the fact that they worked together with him. He said, after getting that whole, y'all are friends, that's fair, I'm your actual son. We'll see how I do. He's done great. Fabulous. Excellent. With or without his dad.
I don't care whether you like the man or not, and I'm really happy the vote went this way. And that's nothing against Seth or Wes. I mean, they absolutely deserve to get the votes that they got. But I mean, Dominic was everywhere you needed him to be. He was MasterCard. He is everywhere you need to be.
I'm not gonna lie. There were some times where he was with her, and then the times that he came without her, I was like, maybe I'm just saying things. There's
Proven he can do it on his own.
And I loved it. I loved it. Good job, Dom. Congrats.
So just a handful of categories left. In fact, I think we only have one Superstar of the Year category left, and this is the one coming up here. We did the Heel of the Year earlier. That was Dominic Mysterio, who just got also the award for the Workhorse of the Year. We now move to the Baby Face of the Year, which is the good guy or good gal.
Guess what we said? Guess what this one was? This one was torture. Going to this one too.
Because you realize, you're sitting over here with so many names of people that just absolutely are just beloved. And all the crap we caught from how is he not on this list? How did she not make this list? How did this one not happen? But, you can only have 5 options. Bianca Belair won this unanimously last year. But did not make the list this year. In fact, none of them. She was absolutely in the conversation. And again, we don't have gender bias when it comes to these awards. You'll notice all men in the Babyface of the Year. That's not a slight against the women. We do not hold any gender bias against anything. It's just these who our panel felt were the best 5 to vote on.
I was about to say, I think this was one that we actually thought about.
Oh yeah, we were like,
what do you mean? This person.
There was so much. We had a hard time with a lot of them. This was one of them.
This was one where we fought.
We had to fight to get these people.
Where is this person? You gotta get this person in.
And then we had to take this. But the funny thing is, exactly. We had to take some people out. We had to put some people in. We had to switch it up. And Steven's like, Steven over here like, I think so. And Steven will make you think. Anything Steven will make you think about, their year and what they did and how they had to get here. But I'm still sticking with my picks, and that is that. And I am very much stubborn, so yes, some of my picks got it. Yes.
Well, also the trick to it also is the fact that the face of the year also has to be a person that was a face for a majority of the year.
Yeah.
You look at someone like a Jey Uso, who you think probably is the biggest face in the company right now, but he wasn't a face for over half the year. He was still a heel with the Usos and with the Bloodline. LA Knight, was still a heel when he was facing Wyatt at the beginning of the year, had just enough. But Sammy, Cody, Seth, Wes, all faces throughout virtually the entire year.
Now, can we really... For me, I'm going to go ahead and speak on Sammy because, I'm going to go ahead and put in my 2 cents. I really didn't give him much of a glance. But then when he got into the Bloodline, I was like, okay, you can think he's been a face since day one. I've never truly seen him as a heel. And even in the Bloodline, I feel like he was still out of all the Bloodline. I feel like he still was the face of the group. Now, not the face of the group, but you know what I mean. Like, he was like, I'm not doing this and this and this, but I'll do it in another way.
Yeah.
Cody, shaking hands, kissing babies, just having
Swear.
fun.
I'm telling you, right before he got that tail. Moving on.
But we're not ready for that conversation, although it's starting up again here in a couple of weeks.
This conversation was not ready yet.
Wesley, I don't think he's been a heel. I don't think he's been a bad guy. Has he?
MSK tried it for a little while when he was tagged, and since he's gone singles, no.
And then, man, look at that cute face. How can it not be baby face? Really? Come on now. And when we come to LA Knight, even though he looks tough and he's strong, you got behind him. And if you didn't get behind him, shame on some people, including myself.
I was about to say, one thing that I can say with this group, and really it's all 5 of them, crowd, like audience, like these 5 work a crowd better than most people that I know. Cody with his whoa, LA Knight with yeah. Let's go with Sammy. We don't even gotta start talking about Seth. We already singing a song. He ain't got to talk anymore. And then what?
He just does this point.
Exactly. He just get out there directing us. Come on now. The time is now.
Thank you.
Let's do it. And then West too. Like there are some wrestlers that have the ability to come out and just make you feel something. And all 5 of them can do it. And I love that.
And I think that's what we said. That's what you said last year about Bianca. So when you think about it, when they can be the workhorse, and they can be the face, and they can be the heel, and they can do this, and they can do that, and they can travel, and not only can they do all that, they're working the crowd without having to speak. You could just be in the middle of the ring.
I love that.
That's also years of just hard work coming into it. They know this fan base is not fickle. This fan base is not stupid. This fan base knows who's putting in the work. They know who's there every night. They know who's the one that when everybody else is exhausted, they're the person that's going, I'll take a match tonight.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go. I'll take another match. Against anybody.
Wesley literally did it on camera every single week when he was holding his title.
And I think NXT is going to suffer for Wes being gone. I think it's going to take a step back. That's no disrespect, but I think that's how much Wes means to that particular division down in NXT. So this was one where a lot of names didn't make the list that maybe were deserving of making the list, but yet somebody's got to do it. So for this one, we move to our last panel member, live from Give Kids the World in Orlando. We have Omar, our honorary OTRA, as well as a special guest to announce this one.
Hey guys, it's Omar from Give Kids the World. Thank you so much for all of your support this year through Mania Club. We are here to present an award for Face of the Year for the Mania Club, and the nominees for the award are Wes Lee, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, Sami Zayn, and LA Knight. And I'm here with my buddy Kason, who had his wish in 2018 at Give Kids the World, and he's going to tell you who the winner is. Hey Kason, who's the winner?
Today's winner is Wes Lee.
Awesome. Congrats, Wes.
Thank you so much to Omar and little Casey getting the opportunity to jump in here. He is a huge wrestling fan, babyface here.
Yeah. So for all who are watching us, congratulations to us on your win. We can't wait for you back.
This was another one that I thought was so many great games. I thought it was a fantastic choice. And for those of you who have never seen Kids the World, make sure you take the time to check out their website. They partner with Mania Club and with all the ring all the time. We're always providing support. We're providing donation items to be able to help children that are not quite as fortunate as the rest of us. But it's a wonderful, fantastic place. They do a wonderful show during Christmas time. They have the entire Give Kids the World village that's lit up. It's fantastic. Definitely take the time to go enjoy this time of year. This one we actually had 4 votes each side. Wes with the higher voting percentages. The reason he takes this one over Cody Rhodes. Tanisha giving her vote to Seth Rollins. But ultimately, I think a worthy winner here.
Definitely.
So thank you so much, Omar, and for Kason. And continue to keep doing well over there in Orlando. We look forward to seeing you guys again soon. But let's move into our final ones.
All right.
So we now move into our final awards to wrap things up here. I will begin with the WWE Female Superstar of the Year. A lot of great candidates this year, including an opportunity for a repeat winner. As we do have Bianca Belair, who was the female and also the overall winner last year.
Nice.
She's back in the running again, and she's still, despite taking a small injury run middle of the year, ultimately making it back on the list. You also have Asuka from Damage Control, the man Becky Lynch, who patrolled time in both her story with Trish and with Zoe, and ultimately getting an opportunity to be able to go down to NXT and put Lyra as well as several others over. You have also the two champions, the women's champion, Io Sky of Damage Control, and of course, Mommy, Rhea Ripley from Judgment Day.
Yeah.
So, female superstar of the year. Tough crowd. Ladies.
Well, we have a lot of talent on this one.
We do.
I'm telling y'all, we're ready to get this fight trying to see folks.
We
Like, we were just like, okay, well, where's my person? Like, you are tripping. Where's the person?
What we're doing right now?
What are you doing? What do you mean Bianca deserves to be on there? What do you mean?
No, we would speak on this literally.
Like literally.
Was that 12? One
yeah. Over there. Let me get some drink. Hold on. All right.
What you doing? But to see these 5 women, and to see we have one who's back and probably end up being a repeat is awesome. Love to see it. Asuka has come back with this. What is this? This haircut, this color, and the fierceness. And look at the hands on the arms on the. Okay, we ain't messing with you. I'm not messing with you. You might be talking shit about me, and I'm going to And then Becky over here, who again, she's left. She's been pregnant. She's come back. She everywhere. It hurt my feelings a little bit that she beat Bianca in 26 seconds, but you know, she what you need to do? How do you need to do it? I will do it. And it's cool. Gotcha. I'm on the next plane right now. Bianca. The name changed for itself. Yeah. I like the fact that Io gained a voice, and nothing against Bayley, nothing against Damage Control. You feel like Bayley's kind of okay. Yeah, she was a leader, but you think Io was quiet and shy and timid, and halfway through that, like, no, girl, you want to try to press with me, and you want to try to press with my chances. Okay, I'll put you out there. And so for me to see that and see how she was able to command not just the room, the ring, her people around her. And she's going to say that she usually don't do anything of this nature. Yeah. So the fact that she came out of her shell to do that, it made me laugh. It made me laugh. She's like, okay, baby, I got you. Now you can go fight this good fight. Or you can go stay back. Thank you. And then Rhea, what? I'm not going to say nothing negative about her. Let's go ahead and just say, hey. Let's go get out the way. Steve wants to step on his neck. Let's go ahead and just. Right there. I feel like Alyssa might be in the same sentiment, but I don't know. Rhea is tough. You have to say with Rhea, people compared her to Charlotte, and she went from you look like Charlotte and this and that, and she's like, no, I'm not Charlotte, I'm me. If you don't like who I am, that's too bad for you. And I know they would have hurt you, and like Bianca, and there's like probably a couple other people had this conversation. I'm my own person, and this is when you see that transformation, and she's literally taking that transformation another step further. The makeup and the hair and being the dominant front-facing forward woman in a male group. And you want to see that. And not only handling her and her thing and not letting that affect her, but she's handling the men's issue and the men's problem and what you want to see. So you need a good woman to do that. You know, I don't know what else to say. These 5 right here. Honestly, they really are deserving.
I was about to say, I like how we saw a little bit of an evolution in Rhea this year.
Yeah.
You know, last year she was more, I'm going to get in the ring, I'm going to kick everybody behind, I'm going to go on and my business. You know, since she joined Judgment Day, you've seen that ability to handle your business in the ring, but also kind of be able to play that manager, not manager role, but like protect people from the moms, from their own self. And I love that. Watching the example that's coming to my mind is watching her not let Damien cash in because he's not ready. Like, so just being able to do that while also handling your business and holding your title and making it look good while you're doing it.
People thought she was weak, and she saw the figures really
She went in that woman's five.
I love it, yeah.
When it comes to Bianca, you know, there's not really much you have to say about the EST. The girl is the strongest, fastest, toughest. I asked at one point, that's none of our business. That's not a conversation we're ready to have. Becky is everywhere you needed her to be. She was here, she was there, she was everywhere. Yeah, period. If you need her in NXT, she's going down there. You want to be for me, that's fine. I'm down here, we'll be behind
She did.
Thank you. Good night. Fix yourself on that thing. Anyway, yeah.
The reality is every person that is in this is deserving, including last year's winner, Bianca. But there can only be one winner, just like we did with NXT earlier, who have been here for the entire time. First of all, thank you so long for staying with us. But also, the winners of these particular ones also do advance here in a few minutes to our overall Superstar of the Year. And we showed last year, Bianca Belair winning it last year. So let's move into the winner for the OTRA Award for Female WWE Main Roster Superstar of the Year. And it goes to...
Who is it?
Rhea Ripley.
Wow. Of course. Good job. Yes,
Oh, dang, I forgot. Do it again. Perfect. Would have been perfect.
It would have been.
Oh well.
But ultimately, Rhea Ripley taking the Female Superstar of the Year. The total vote should be coming up here. There it is. But Rhea taking, for the most part, OTRA's going heavy with Rhea. Mania Club, about a split vote. They liked Bianca as well. Omar ultimately the only one going with Bianca. Alyssa and I both went with Becky Lynch. I thought she did a little bit more. Io Sky getting some love with Kia's vote. But ultimately it is Rhea Ripley kind of running not just Judgment Day, but also all of WWE.
There you go.
And I do believe definitely a worthy winner
You go, girl.
of this particular one as well. So, one award to go before we hit our finale, so let's go ahead and hit to it, and that is for the WWE Male Superstar of the Year. So,
we look so much we had to see it again.
yep. Eventually, my mouse will work again. So,
Sorry, y'all.
yeah, that's the nature of the beast of how it works out. But you know, obviously, we're aware of a number of the people that are in it. There we go. It's been running a long time, but our Male Superstar of the Year, down to 5 people here. Cody Rhodes, Gunther, the Intercontinental Champion, Jey Uso getting his push and getting the opportunity to represent, I guess, quote-unquote, the Bloodline. Sami Zayn getting a huge push, and Seth freaking Rollins, the World Heavyweight Champion, getting in here. Just one thing to note is Roman Reigns not making the list this year. A lot of our panel members felt he didn't do enough this year.
Y'all know if we took out Gunther and put in Randy Orton, we have what event was that? Because you have to think there was Cody.
Oh, shoot, yeah.
You take out Gunther and put in Randy.
With War Games.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, intrusive thoughts.
Oh wow! I didn't even notice that when I was putting this together. Wow, neat.
We did that.
I know when I finally have on my glasses, they tend to help me. Okay, so with all respects, let me go ahead and stop clowning. Cody Rhodes again. Let's go ahead and Roman, last year's winner. It's very interesting to see a family member in Jay, but why not? Jay has literally done everything you've asked him, and he's had to take that road. And you would have thought it was hard for him, but he had time to go away, clear his head, come back, and I was kind of happy. But then you also, not only that, you have Cody to thank for that. Who, yeah, you beat up on me, your family beat up on me, but you know what? We're gonna put that in the past. We're gonna put that in the rearview mirror. And we're going to kind of move on. I'm going to respect the fact that you've done what you've done, but I'm also going to respect you, and I'm glad to have you on the show. First person to acknowledge that, first person to respect that. Seth, Superstar of the Year. Again, we said he's carried this company for so long. It's still the truth. Sammy has been there, Superstar of the Year. I don't understand why all these men would not get it again. I know I'm saying the same thing. It should be a 5-way tie, but it can't, and we have to get down to.
No, who says?
The people who
Panel says.
Yeah.
So, Alyssa, Steve, anybody got anything they want to say?
Yeah, I can go ahead and jump in some. This was another one, mile long. We fought on this one too, because y'all know my love for the tribal chief. Y'all know if there's only one person riding with him, it's gonna be me. But y'all know my love for him. But I mean, this year you couldn't ignore all the other people around him. You can't. Like you've had people go full transformation. You've had people go from being in a faction to stepping out and doing their own thing. You've had people sitting there going from the worst year last year to being on top of their freaking game this year.
Yeah.
There you go. I'm glad you got it. Period. Being on top of their freaking game this year. She loved it. She loved it. But yeah. Then you have people who are like regular, like you already know they're gonna love them. Like Cody. I think the one that I was happy about voting was Gunther. Because, you know, there's a love-hate relationship with Gunther for a lot of people. A lot of people feel like he shouldn't be winning. A lot of people feel like he's running his course. He's just like, well, I don't care about that. You can get chopped. You can get chopped. You can get chopped. Hell, my whole team can get chopped. And we're going to move on. Okay? So I feel like this year there were a lot of great male superstars, and they did their thing.
What do you think? Let's keep talking about Gunther for a second. He literally did the same thing Rhea did, but in a dominant male fashion.
Yeah.
You want to talk? You know what? Y'all figure it out. I got somebody else in the ring. I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna do good day. You know, and he was a good day. Good stuff. That gotta give respect for that. When you can tell your team, lift yourself. I'm going to do what I do. Yeah. I'm not gonna do this. Seth, same way. Well, he didn't have nobody to talk to, but he's like,
but he's like, that's fine. I'm coming from an off year. And you know what? I'm going to show you why. I'm going to show you why I'm not champion. I'm going to show you why. I'm going to show you why.
And they're just throwing people at this man. And it just kept going to energize everybody.
Well, it's also curious because Seth ended up making our 5-person panel last year for Male Superstar of the Year, despite the fact that he only won like 6 matches just the whole year. Yes, I think him and Gunther are both on here for the work they put in. Yeah, and I think that it's important that the panel recognizes it. You know, and I'm glad to see that they do. So now we move into the winner of this one, our WWE Male Superstar of the Year goes to.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Cody. This is one that, again, percentage vote ended up deciding it. Because Cody and Seth both carried the company this year. That's exactly what it went with the male division. Leslie Norris giving Gunther their run. I went with Seth as well. And Jay was still getting some love from Kelly as well. Ultimately, I mean, this one was just a handful of votes, mostly from the OTRA Mania Club side. So this one was super close, but it is Cody Rhodes taking the Male Superstar of the Year. And I don't think there was necessarily a wrong answer on this one. Apparently, I guess unless it's Sami Zayn, who didn't get a single vote.
Oh,
and I don't think that's a shot on him. I just think, look at who he was up against.
Alyssa has been.
And here's one thing I'm going to say: you have to understand, somewhere in the big sky in the clouds, his father is very, very proud.
So
Looking down on his son, seeing everything that he's accomplishing.
Yeah, and the fact he's been able to do it so quickly upon his return.
I was a man.
You know, and he's definitely had some, some assistance along the way, and some folks that have definitely helped him to get there. But Cody has, had to. He's gonna. CM Punk is gonna face the same type of criticism. In fact, as you left, you tried to, take the company down, but then had to come back.
Who did we
Now
hear
it's
this
time
from?
to do so, huh?
Who did we hear that from? Who was that coming from? Seth, Roman,
And Seth.
mm-hmm. Seth most definitely.
Oh yeah.
Can we even see Seth's reaction to that? Okay, let's move on. I'm getting
I
off.
hate you. Exactly.
Literally, I hate you.
But that moves us to our last one. Again, thank you so much for not just tonight, but also a fantastic 2023. So now we move on to the most prestigious award that we give out, and that is our overall Superstar of the Year between our 4 winners of their respective categories. Now, this one is decided 100% by popular vote. So panel members have all gotten a chance to put their people in, but now it's 100% to the popularity vote that decides who takes this one. NXT Male of the Year, Carmelo Hayes. WWE Male of the Year, Cody Rhodes. WWE Female of the Year, Rhea Ripley. And our NXT Woman of the Year, Tiffany Stratton. Bianca Belair winning it last year. Last award, our biggest one. Each of them have already, claimed gold this evening. Tiffany's claimed 2, in fact.
Yes, she has.
So will she claim the overall as a rookie? Can she take the overall as the best? Ladies, go for it.
Wow. This is some stacked stuff right here. Some stacked stuff. Golly. No, in all seriousness, though, I honestly can't even be surprised. Like, I'm genuinely... The year that the 4 of them have had honestly gives me no surprise that they ended up here. Again, crowd presence goes across all 4. They all can communicate with the crowd. They can all get a crowd to get behind them and get a crowd to boo them if they need to, if it's Tiffany.
Jeez. We almost got there.
Yeah, sorry.
The 2-hour mark, we almost got there.
But no, like when it comes to Rhea, I think the thing that I like about Rhea is she is not only like that be in the ring, but like also on social media. She gave people the flip side. I'm like, Lord, if you can do that, what else can you do, girl?
They allow her to be herself.
Yeah, and I love that. When it comes to Cody, again, no shock here. I love how he went from kissing babies and being like a Pope, shaking everybody's hand, taking that whoop on the king, and then coming back and beefing with Brock. And I like that he's sitting there having to take that road back. I like that it's not just whatever, like, your dad is this person, and now you get to step inside of it. No, he's having to go, I got beat here, now I'm going to fight Brock. And he had to go to war with Brock. And now he's going through his little tribulation with Shinsuke. And he's just having to really put in that work. And I admire that. And then when it comes to Carmelo's been putting in that work. He's been calling shots since last year. Please don't play with him. Like,
the fact is, you gave him a great push for 2 weeks on SmackDown.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm excited to see what he does on the main roster when it's time.
And we keep sitting here and saying, he's going to main roster, this, that, and third. Honestly, I feel like he's ready. Honestly, he is ready, but I think they're trying to give him his road, let him finish up on NXT, let him kind of conclude and end his story in the manner that he needs to.
I did. Nice segue.
And then when it comes to Cody, let's put it like this. Backstory, Cody's family's been a working family since day one. Started with Dusty, moved to his brother. Now you can tell that's where Cody gets it from. And much respect to the people that came before him. He's paying homage to his dad and to his brother. And it's just, he works. And if y'all are any type of, y'all go on social media, y'all can see the workouts he does, y'all can see the work he puts in. He takes his business seriously because it's in his blood. Rhea, on the other hand, she's a force to be reckoned with. I always said, okay, Nia's a force to be reckoned with, this, that, and the third. Nia's been gone for a long time, so Rhea literally has stood up, took her throne, and has put herself at the center of this women's division. And I know for a long time people were saying, well, she didn't have no opponents, this, that, and the third. You know what, if you can beat the title for me as many times as you did, it is what it is, and I'm going to leave it at that. Okay? Thank you so much. And when it comes to Tiffany, Tiffany literally has done what you needed her to do. And she grinds you, she makes you mad. I feel like she's going to make you feel some type of way. But she's going to get out. She's going to pull it out of you. And that's what she does.
When the bell rings, you know what she's going to bring. She's going to her up against rookies, Thea Hale, and then they put her up against the biggest names in the business. Like Becky Lynch and everybody in between. Not bad for someone who's a rookie herself.
You got it.
So Tiffany already, the bar set extremely high for our NXT Barbie, but was it enough for her to take the overall Superstar of the Year? Everybody here has won an award this evening for their respective category and gender, but only one can be our overall winner, and it's Rhea Ripley. Mushu! Oh, you gotta be close. You gotta let him see. Mushu. I know that chart's a little small, but over 48% of the total vote going to Rhea Ripley. So she took almost half the vote from 3 other worthy competitors. Cody finishing second on the list, Carmelo third, Tiffany in the paint getting just under 10%.
Can I make a comment? I like the color coordination with the different people.
It wasn't on accident.
Oh, okay.
Like, it wasn't on accident. But Rhea Ripley, and for the second year in a row, a female takes the overall with our voters. So, hey, women empowerment. You love to say it.
Anyone know something? Both these, one from the previous year, Bianca Belair and Rhea, where'd they come from?
NXT.
And NXT keeps doing their thing. So I'm excited for the females of the future. If y'all are doing
the bar just continues to just keep being put higher. And now you see people like Lyra Valkyria and Tiffany Stratton and Roxanne Perez.
And all the women.
Yes. And a handful of names that weren't even on there. Cora Jade. Absolutely a huge name down there as well. But either way, the future is bright. And also something else that hopefully is bright is our continuation of the show. This is our final show of 2023, and what a year it was. Yeah. Ladies, I couldn't have done it without y'all. Y'all are the beauty, I am the beast, if you will. That's why I get off camera, a lot of times. But the fact is, it was a wonderful year, and thank y'all so much again. And hey, we're going to finish things up. I think Lissa here trying to see if she can repeat as our picks winner as we close in on the road to WrestleMania.
So I'll say, what is he talking about? Because what am I doing?
Hey, we've kept him for 2 hours again. Thank you so much to our entire Mania Club panel, Tanisha, Isaiah, Omar, Kelly, and Norris, as well as a big shout out to DeMario as well.
Thank you.
DeMario North. He helped kind of throw all this together, get the word out there, ultimately allowing our Mania Club to be able to be a more active part of all of this. There's no way we're this successful without your help, so DeMario, thank you so much. For all of you, happy holidays, happy New Year's here in a couple of hours. Bulldogs got the job done yesterday.
Period.
Yeah, they did. With my
boy, was that a woodshed?
Memes coming
woodshed
soon.
Game. Meme coming soon. How many points did you need to pass? 6. D3. Huh? Exactly. And hopefully, my boys back there, Alabama, gonna handle business tomorrow as well. So we'll see how all things pan out. But on behalf of On the Ring Apron and on this year's behalf of Mania Club and Give Kids the World,
thank you.
Signing off for the last time, I'm Steve.
Alyssa.
Kia.
Y'all have yourself a wonderful rest of your holiday. Happy New Year. We'll see you next year.
I'm about to go get me a drink.